Well, you talk about the money, you talk about beating people up, well, it's the new draft order, and I hope it's okay because there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, wait. No, we're talking about the new draft order, yes, not the new world order, okay. Let's go over the new draft order for the 2020 NHL Entry Draft. Now, the 2020 draft has been one of the most talked about drafts in a long time, and a lot of this does have to do with the fact that the draft hasn't happened yet. It's already August 24th, and we still are waiting for Alexis Lafreniere's name to be called up on the stage. We don't even know if there's going to be a stage. Maybe it's just going to be all on Zoom. But regardless, we've already done several draft lotteries, and we already have confirmation on where some of these picks are going to be. But with the second round of the 2020 Stanley Cup Playoffs underway, we now have a little bit more confirmation as to who is actually going to be in which spot. So without further ado, let's use this video as a bookmark, a checkpoint, to put our foot in the ground and say, okay, this is how the draft is going to go thus far. So if you take a look at the 2020 NHL Entry Draft, you can kind of break things up into sections. First, you have the first overall pick. Second, you have picks 2 through 8. Third, you have picks 9 through 15. Fourth, you have picks 16 through 27. Then you have picks 28, 29, 30, and 31. So there are a few different sections as to how this draft is going to go, but let's go over all of them right here. First up, first overall pick, this belongs to the New York Rangers. We know how this happened because during the first NHL draft lottery back in June, a play-in series stand-in loser pick won that draft lottery, getting themselves the first overall honors. Second overall was won by the LA Kings, that was also during that first draft lottery, and the third overall pick was won by the Ottawa Senators using their first round pick from San Jose, which was acquired in the Erik Karlsson trade. So we had 1, 2, 3, unidentified team, LA Kings, Ottawa Senators, and then the rest of the teams in the bottom 7 of the NHL standings, reversed via points percentage, were ordered from 4th all the way down to 8th. Detroit was the worst team, so they got the 4th overall pick, then Ottawa, then Anaheim, New Jersey, Buffalo, and that's how we had it. During the second NHL draft lottery, we had ourselves one lottery to be done. For the first overall pick, among the play-in series losers, New York, Winnipeg, Minnesota, Nashville, Florida, Toronto, Edmonton, and Pittsburgh, we had ourselves the opportunity for one of these picks to go up to first overall. The New York Rangers ended up winning that pick, and the rest of the picks fell accordingly. Picks 9 through 15 were assorted the same way, with play-in series losers in reverse points percentage order. So the worst team still remaining was the Minnesota Wild, so they got the 9th overall pick. Winnipeg had 10th, Nashville 11th, Florida 12th, Toronto had 13th, but because the Carolina Hurricanes had themselves a first overall pick when they acquired Patrick Marleau to buy him out, they had themselves the opportunity to take that pick because it wasn't in the top 10, so it's their pick now. Followed up by Edmonton and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh actually had the opportunity to give this pick to the Minnesota Wild for the Jason Zucker trade, but they decided to keep it themselves and give their next year's pick over to Minnesota instead. So this is what we have as our first 15 picks. New York, LA, Ottawa, Detroit, Ottawa, Anaheim, New Jersey, Buffalo, Minnesota, Winnipeg, Nashville, Florida, Carolina, Edmonton, and Pittsburgh in that order. That is solidified. That is not going to change. Then picks number 16 through 27 are a little bit different, because these picks are going to be sorted in reverse points percentage order, like the rest of the picks, but the teams that are included in this follow the same traditional draft format, which, if you're not familiar with, it is the teams that don't make the conference finals jumbled up with first-round losers as well. So, in simpler terms, the only way to not be included in 16 to 27 if you make the playoffs is to make the conference finals. It's much easier if you take a look at it with the whole picture involved. The Stanley Cup final teams get 31 and 30, the loser gets 30, the winner gets 31. Picks number 28 and 29 are divided by the two losers in the conference finals, that is, the loser in the East and the loser in the West. These picks will be rewarded in reverse order as to who has the higher points percentage, so whichever team was worse in the regular season gets the 28th overall pick, and then all the other teams that lose in the first round and that lose in the second round stay in 16 to 27. The only teams right now that we actually have confirmed are number 16 Montreal, 17 Chicago, 18 Arizona, and 19 Calgary. That Arizona pick is going to the New Jersey Devils. This is because these teams have already lost, and they can't go to the conference finals. If these teams went to the conference finals, they would be included in that 28 to 31 range, depending on if they make the finals, if they win the cup, whatever. Different factors apply to your pick once you get there. But right now, the teams that are currently still remaining in the playoffs that have the chance to get into the conference finals, they are indeed Vancouver, New York Islanders, Dallas, Philadelphia, Tampa, Vegas, Colorado, and Boston. It's kind of funny how these picks are all the ones that are later on in the projection because we talked about this before, but all of the round-robin teams, with the exception of 2, ended up winning their series. So all those play-in series that we played, yeah, all those teams got wiped out except for the Islanders and the Canucks. It's why there's a big monkey wrench when determining the order right now, and it's why we only have picks number 1 to 19 included in the actual finalized order, because the Vancouver Canucks currently have the 20th overall pick. If they lose to the Vegas Golden Knights, that pick stays at 20 and then it goes to New Jersey because the New Jersey Devils are getting the Vancouver Canucks first round pick, but if the Canucks make the conference finals, that pick can be either 28, 29, 30, or 31, depending on who makes the conference finals in the East, if the Vancouver Canucks make the Stanley Cup Finals, and if the Vancouver Canucks win the Cup. On the contrary, though, if the Vancouver Canucks do end up winning and going to the conference finals, then the Vegas Golden Knights pick moves from where it is currently listed at 28 back into the 16 to 27 range, sorted by reverse points percentage. Same thing goes with the rest of the series. Vegas versus Vancouver, Colorado versus Dallas, New York versus Philadelphia, and Tampa versus Boston. With teams that are better, though, like the Boston Bruins, for example, it's pretty much already confirmed that if they lose and they don't make the conference finals, they're going to get the 27th overall pick, because there is no other team that would have lost in the first or second rounds that would have had a higher points percentage in the regular season than Boston. They would be the best one, so via reverse points percentage, they would have gotten the 27th pick. And the same uncertainties lie with all the other teams that lost in the first round too, but who had a higher points percentage than the Vancouver Canucks or the Dallas Stars. The Blue Jackets, for example, they're currently listed at 21, but depending on if Vancouver is able to make it to the conference finals, that pick can go up to 20th overall. With the Carolina Hurricanes, if the Islanders and the Stars and the Canucks all make the conference finals, then the Carolina Hurricanes pick will go from 24th, which it is right now, to 21st overall, and the Vegas Golden Knights pick, the Colorado pick, and the Philadelphia Flyers pick would get a little bit of a boost up into the draft as well. So there still is a lot more uncertainties, but this is our check mark. Right now, it is the 1st overall to 15th overall, which is solidified. 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th are all solidified as Montreal, Chicago, New Jersey from Arizona, and Calgary, but from 20 and beyond, there is uncertainty. If the Canucks end up losing, then their pick stays at 20, Columbus will be confirmed, and then we'll have 1st to 21 confirmed. But it depends. So we'll make a few more videos like these as the playoffs go on, just detailing how the draft order is going to go. But for now, this has been our video over here. If you're a fan of any of the new teams that have been solidified, that is Montreal, Chicago, New Jersey, I guess, or you could say Arizona, but is the New Jersey pick, and Calgary, then comment down below what you think about your new draft spots, 16, 17, 18, and 19, and who you would like to take at those spots. I know for sure this is a deep draft. There are going to be some very good players available in this range, but I want to hear from you. Who do you want to take? Because there certainly are many options, and according to who you ask, different people are going to see value in different kinds of players. So, I know I'm a Canucks fan, so I'm personally rooting for the Vancouver Canucks to get that 31st overall pick and make the finals at least, just so that New Jersey Devils pick does not become super valuable. But still, at the moment, the Vancouver Canucks have the 20th overall pick that is sent over to New Jersey. That's pretty good if you ask me. It makes the JT Miller trade so much worth it. And on the flip side of the coin, the Montreal Canadiens fan in me says that there would be some very, very good players available at 16th overall. If you're a Habs fan like me, go ahead and check out the video we made about certain prospects that the Canadiens may be able to see value in at this range. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you think about these teams, the prospects, and the order. Social Troll 99, and bye.